When it comes to leaves, sometimes we just wonder about it, right? When it can be a point of no return when we're getting involved those. But what can you change when it comes to leaf removal? And why is it important that you look at potentially changing it? And that's your mindset. That's your mindset on leaves. Because, we're coming toward the end of the season in a lot of markets. Things are slowing down, which means, okay, whether you're doing snow or not, okay, cash flow is going to slow down a little bit for 99% of us in this industry. So why not, instead of going out with the mindset of, man, I hate leaves and I'm just going to do the ones I got to do, why not go out with the mindset of, hey, let's get what we can get and be positive about getting it and do them. And what I mean by do the leaves. They're not just a pain in the butt for me and you, but more importantly, who are they a pain for? And that's our customers. And that's not just your regular weekly or bi-weekly or whatever, how you're doing your mowing. We're not talking about that on today's show. But not just your regular customers, but people that may mow their own lawn. But, man, they just don't want to waste their whole Saturday and Sunday cleaning leaves up. Have you thought about it? Have you thought about the additional income that you can generate in the last 5 or 6 weeks of the season? Yeah, you got to hump it and you got to bust your butt. Going to be a lot of work. But have you thought about the profit dollars that it can put in your pocket by creating a separate niche of customers that maybe that's all you do for them? They mow their own lawns, they treat their own lawns, whatever. They like working in their own yard for 99% of the season, but they don't like fooling with leaves. You would be surprised the little micro market of customers that you can generate by doing that. And every year you're going to do their leaves. And every year they're going to come back to you because they know they don't have to fool with it. And why are they going to come back to you? Because you're going to contact them, depending on when your leaf season starts. Like we're just now getting going with it here in Louisville, Kentucky. And I know further up in, Illinois and Wisconsin, I hear you guys say, man, you're coming to the end, and Michigan and whatnot. But, and some guys are right in the middle of it. But it doesn't matter where you're at within your season as far as thinking about your mindset on leaves and how we can change it right now. Going back to, if you had one chance and one opportunity, we don't wait till tomorrow. It's kind of like what Daniel talks about on the pump station too. You don't do it tomorrow because guess what? Guess what? Tomorrow never comes. Tomorrow never comes. Change your mindset today, regardless of where you're at within your leaf season. And just, hey, don't do it for me. I want you to do it for you because I saw what it did for our company. Now, when you decide you're going to do a few more leaves and those cleanups associated with it for people that may be outside your own customer base, what does that mean? Well, that means you got to get yourself to the 21st century with equipment. And that doesn't mean because you're a small company, you can't do that. I hear that as a rebuttal to, well, man, I don't want to do leaves because, man, I just want to mow them and mulch them. And we got all these reasons of why we don't want to do leaves. It's kind of like we are great excuse makers in our industry. We really are. We come up with more reasons and more excuses on why we don't want to do something than thinking out why we should and do want to do something. And I'm not talking bad about you. I'm throwing myself under that same bus because that's who Wayne Vose was for a long time and a lot of years. I was always looking for a reason not to do something, or, oh man, that's too much of a pain in the butt, or that's too much this, that's too much that. You know, once we finally realize the real reason that we're in business, a lot of things that aren't pains in the butt, maybe, all of a sudden aren't pains. We flip those completely around and into something completely different, that instead of it being a pain, it becomes an opportunity. And leaf removal is sincerely one of those things. Yeah, it may not be your favorite thing to do, but it's an opportunity. But you got to get the right equipment to make the opportunity work. For the same reasons we buy the right lawnmowers, right? I mean, we're not all out there with push mowers. No, why not? Well, because some of us are lazy. But it's because we don't get the production out of maybe a smaller mower than we can get out of a 52 or a 61, or based on the property sizes. You guys know the point I'm making. We got to be equipped properly to do the work that we're going to try to do. Yeah, you can get by with the equipment you got in a lot of situations. But do you really want to do that? Had a really good friend of mine, and y'all have heard me reference him before, and I'll reference him right now, and I probably will in the future. But Tom Simpson, he passed away several years ago, but he was really a great friend. And, Tom told me one day, and this is where I always talk about, you got to be open-minded and get rid of tunnel vision if you want to be successful. Because this is something that Tom really helped with me understand with my business, was leaf removal. Tom had a lot of trials and tribulations within his own business, but one thing that he helped me with was understanding the money that could be made with leaf removal, but you got to get yourself to the 21st century with the equipment. You got to be vacuuming leaves. You can't be mowing and mulching leaves if you want to really do any kind of volume. When I say any kind of volume, based on whatever your company size is. Whether you're a one-truck operation or a multi-crew company, we need the right equipment to get the job done right and efficiently so we can do more of them. It's just that simple. Because at the end of the day, you know it and I know it, God only gives us so much daylight. We all get 24 hours a day, and all those aren't working hours, but we all got 24 hours a day to systematically build our businesses and to implement procedures and systems and business models that we need to have to make our companies more successful, more profitable. And leaf removal is one of them that we often overlook. So regardless of where you're at within your fall cleanups, whether you're coming to an end, whether if you're in the middle, whether if you're just starting, or if you're a little further south and things are just starting to change colors and you're not even full with leaves yet at all, I ask you just simply to change your mindset on it a little bit.